It's nice to create beautiful things for other people. Today I'm going to create a beautiful epoxy tray. This is my second time because on the first one I left off the handles. So now I have those handles laying right next to the side so I don't forget them this time. I'm going to pour out just what I need for the tray. Just pour out a very thin layer. And I'm going to show you the items that I need to create this tray. I need some gold flakes, and I got these from Amazon. I have some pure metallic gold. You can pick this up from Walmart, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, or Amazon. I have some gold wet and scatter. I poured just a little bit of the epoxy into a cup and added some black epoxy mix. So let's go ahead and get started. Took my mask off for a second, y'all. So first of all, what I'm going to do, since I put a very thin layer on here, I'm just going to move this around so it could cover the whole tray. Take my gloves off for this. Okay, and I will come back when I've completed this so you all don't have to sit through this. Okay, I'm back. I've poured epoxy on here and leveled it out pretty much on the tray. So the first thing I'm going to do is take some of the gold leaf. Okay, now that I have the gold leaf on it, I'm going to take the black and go ahead and add that to it. And I started off by adding it to the corners because that's what I pretty much did with the coasters. Now I'm just going to add some to the other sections here. And guys, remember, your time is valuable. Don't allow other people to waste your time. I usually sit out on my porch and do this, but I've noticed that I've had people just coming up wanting to hold conversations with me, taking my attention off of what I'm doing, you know. And I even had one lady wanted me to stop and go to the store with her, and I'm like, no, I'm busy. Oh, you can stop that. No, I can't, you know. So I've been working in the house now because I know me. I will tell somebody off without even thinking sometime. And so for me, it's best if I stay in the house and do this. Because sometimes I believe people know what they're doing, and then sometimes they may not be aware of it. So because I don't know the difference, I'm staying in the house. Okay, and now I'm adding the metallic paint. Now the reason why I didn't add the metallic paint directly to the tray before I put the epoxy on, because when I did these, I had some spots on the tray that wasn't covered, and I'm not sure if you can see that, but right here I've got to use some more epoxy on there because it wasn't covered, and there's a little gap in there. When I did the first tray, I added the paint to some epoxy like I did the black mixture, and it didn't come out the color that I was expecting. We're gonna go ahead and add our gold wedding scatter. And I'm gonna go ahead and start pouring our epoxy on top. Now I'm gonna let this sit up for about 10 minutes before I go ahead and add the last layer right on top. This has actually been sitting up for maybe 3 hours. I'm gonna put the last top coat on. Then I'm gonna also add the epoxy to the spaces in here and set it to the side to dry. Okay guys, this has sat outside all night and we're ready to demold it. But first, I want to show you the other two coasters, how I filled in that one space that had a little cave in here for where I put the paint in there instead of the epoxy. So that's filled now. And the same with this one. The demolding of the tray. Look at that, guys. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. I remembered to put the handles in this time, and it has to cure a little bit more to harden all the way. And once it does, I will box this and send it off to my Christian brother in Atlanta. I hope you enjoy it, Bobby. I want to send a shout out to Joy for Decor by Denise and God's Creation. We all are fairly new content creators and really would appreciate your support by subscribing and liking our channels. Thank you. Love you guys. Be blessed.